How's everybody doing? My name is Christopher Brown. You're now listening to Sports Talk with Chris. Wow. Today's an exciting day. My Philadelphia Eagles just beat the New Orleans Saints, man. I'm so happy. I'm lost for words. You know, it's crazy. And I'll say this. I'm not surprised that we won because I saw this coming from the Philadelphia Eagles. I predicted this throughout the week. My hot take was that Jalen Hurts was going to come in here and lead us to a victory. You know, he played a good game. He played a very, very good game. This is, a weird game to watch. We were up 17-0 in the first half. Potentially could have went up 20-0, which would have changed the entire game if Jake Elliott could have made that field goal. I mean, just imagine being up 20-0. Could have changed the entire game. But we still going up, 17-0 in the first half. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Jalen Hurts is being able to move the ball down the field. The defense is dominant. The defense is getting stops, creating turnovers. I mean, like the Eagles defense had 2 turnovers this game. Interception, which before this game we only had 4. And, a strip sack. 2 turnovers for a team that was bottom 5 in the NFL, for creating turnovers. We get 2 this game against a great team, a championship, contender type of team. I'm so proud of this, this Philadelphia organization. Take that back. I'm going too far. I'm too happy. I'm not proud of the organization. I'm proud of the way the players played today. Like I said, up 17-0 in the first half, But I'm like, man, missing out on that field goal is going to change a lot. Third quarter, the Saints scored 14. 17-14, ball game go either way. I'm saying, okay. I'm having faith in this defense. This offense is going to have to be able to put something together, and they do. Jalen Hurts does. Miles Sanders did his thing today. We end up winning this game, like I said, 24-21. I had some questions on my social media before I even go into anything else about this game. I have some questions that I put on all my social medias. Did the Eagles change the offensive game plan for today's game? Well, this is a Philadelphia Eagles team I haven't seen all year. What I mean by that is you talking about change the game plan. We ran 36 times against the number 1 running defense in the NFL. Teams were averaging 3.3 yards a carry. Teams were, averaging 23 carries a game against them, less than 80 yards, and the Eagles ran 36 times for 246 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now, this is the first time in 55 games the Saints allowed a rusher to have over 100 yards, and the Eagles did it with 2 players. That's Jalen Hurts and Miles Sanders. So what does that tell me? We definitely changed the game plan, and I'm happy and sad because this is the game plan I wanted us to have all year. I stand by this. If this is the game plan we had all year, our record is definitely reversed. We established a run against certain teams. Our record is definitely reversed. We're winning a lot of games that we lost. So, I'm glad that the game plan has changed because this is a game plan that won us the Super Bowl, establishing a run, quick, easy passes. I mean, this is the game plan that got us into the playoffs last year, the year before that. This is a game plan that works with Philadelphia Eagle teams. Establish a run. Quick, easy passes. Like I said, 36 carries, 246 yards as a team. I don't know why I benched Miles Sanders today in fantasy. Let me look up how many points Miles Sanders gave me. And I'm still winning in this league. But, man, let's see how many points Miles Sanders then gave me. And I benched him. I benched him because I didn't believe in Doug Peterson. I didn't believe he'd actually established a run. 29 points. 29 points Miles Sanders gave me. I mean, Miles Sanders had 14 carries, 115 yards, 2 touchdowns. Receiving the ball, he had 4 receptions, 21 yards. Miles Sanders did his thing today. He definitely did his thing today, and I'm proud of Miles Sanders, Here's another question I put out there on my social media. Did the Eagles defense do enough for them to win the game? Well, we won the game, and the defense won us the game. They did enough for us to win this game. I mean, let's really talk about. Wait, what's this? Is this a Saints fan making excuses on Instagram? Who that nation? Who that nation? Oh, don't be making excuses now. Who that nation? Y'all supposed to be championship favorites. Y'all supposed to dominate a team like us. So much confidence. Oh, y'all don't know who y'all quarterback is. Y'all defense is trash. We're going to run the ball all over you. You don't know who your quarterback is. Y'all not going to score more than 10 points. Who that nation? Look at all the excuses right now. Y'all complaining about. I'm not even going to get into who that nation complaining about. Shout out to the Eagles for winning this game. But yeah, man, like I said, did our defense do enough for us to win a game? I mean, a goal I had, I put out questions and goals on my social medias, I plugged them in at the end. A goal I had for this defense was to, one, allow less than 24 points. We gave up 21. And two, this defense to get 4 more sacks. We got 5. Looking at this game, 5 sacks, a lot of QB pressures. Shout out to this defensive line. I mean, the defensive line was currently going into this game number 1 as a defensive line unit in sacks with over 30 just from the defensive line. We were number 1. They got 5 sacks today. 5 sacks, And another question, is our defensive line overrated? Another question I had, that's a question I put out because although they were number 1 in sacks for defensive line, I wanted them to be better, especially with all the money getting paid to them. I wanted, them to be 10 times better. They're playing great, but I need them to be playing better. So 5 sacks from the defensive line today. You got 2 from Sweat, 2 from Hargrave. You got 1 from Fletcher Cox. I mean, they dominated. And then, like I said, we had 2 turnovers. 2 turnovers. A strip sack and an interception. This team had 11 turnovers going into the game. Bottom 6 in the NFL. Bottom 6. Yes, we're top 3 in sacks, but bottom 6 in turnovers. We only have 4 interceptions going into this game. So you get an interception and a strip sack. That changed the momentum for this game. That changed the momentum for the Philadelphia Eagles offense. It's not a lot of times this year this Eagles offense had a short field to work with. There's been a lot of times this year that, the Eagles defense had to cover a short field. And the offense, the opposing team's offense had 40 yards, 30 yards. So the fact that our offense were able to do that this year, this game, offense was able to make plays. And another thing with the offense, when I talk about changing the game plan, right? So not only did we establish a run, but we got Jalen Hurts out of the pocket more. Jalen Hurts scrambled. We did a lot of sprint passes, a lot of RPOs. And this is crazy, right? Because the Saints were top 5 in sacks too. And I can't believe I'm saying this. And this was another, goal I had for the Philadelphia Eagles. Offensive line allows less than 4 sacks. 0 sacks. Let me repeat myself. 0 sacks the Eagles gave up today. When the Eagles, before this game, were the most sacked team, the most, quarterback guy had the most out of any team, the most lost yards from a sack. I mean, it was just bad. This offensive line was terrible. So, and I give credit to some Jalen Hurts. Like, Jalen Hurts got out the pocket, he threw the ball away. He definitely threw the ball away. This was a crazy game, And for Jalen Hurts, a goal of mine, for him was to have over 240 total yards. He did that, and 2 total touchdowns. Well, no, not necessarily did he have those 2 touchdowns, but he led us down the field. We were in the red zone a lot. Jalen Hurts played great. So now, while I'm making this YouTube video, let's go on Twitter and let's see what questions I got in my mentions. First question. Is Jalen Hurts the future for the Philadelphia Eagles? I can't necessarily call him the future for the Eagles after one game. After one game, I just cannot do that. It was a great game against the number 1 defense in the NFL, but be consistent. I mean, I'm going to talk about the last 3 games we have on our schedule at the end, but finish out the season like that, and I'll go into the offseason, with a different mindset. But for right now, I can't necessarily call him, the future for the Philadelphia Eagles. Did he play great? Yes. Did he play outstanding? Yes. He did have a fumble that I'll be honest, pissed me off. Definitely pissed me off because we almost lost the game because of that. But can I call him in the future? No. But I will say this about Jalen Hurts. I've been a Jalen Hurts fan since he was in Alabama, since he went to Oklahoma. And some great things I saw from Jalen Hurts today was like, this dude runs. And what I mean by that is when he's in a pocket, Carson Wentz, he was doing this sometimes. He stayed in the pocket, tried to force a pass in a tight window, just throwing the ball up to the receiver to make a play, and it would result in an interception or a sack for like 20 yards. What I seen Jalen Hurts do today was just run. Pressure coming after him, he runs, and he threw the ball away. And that's a big credit to Jalen Hurts because you can argue that really won us the game. I mean, not taking sacks, like I said, 0 sacks. 0 sacks. So not taking sacks, being able to run, do that 100 and, what's that, 6 yards on the ground? 106 yards on the ground. You know, like I said, the fumble is a bad fumble. But is it something I think is going to happen every game? I mean, I would say he's had fumbling issues since he's been in, but I think that's something that can easily be adjusted, you know. So everybody thinks, oh, you're so pro Carson Wentz. No, I'm pro Philadelphia Eagles. I was an Eagles fan before Jalen Hurts was drafted. I was an Eagles fan, you know, when Carson Wentz was playing. I was an Eagles fan when Nick Foles was playing. I was an Eagles fan when our quarterback was Kevin Kolb. I was an Eagles fan when we had Mike Vick. I was an Eagles fan since we had Donovan McNabb. Can't go be further than that because I was born in 2001. But point being is that I'm an Eagles fan no matter who the quarterback is. I want the quarterback to put us in the best position. This game, like I said, Jalen Hurts played great. Jalen Hurts played great. You know, could you give him the MVP ball of the game? Definitely the offensive side. But shout out to this defense. This defense, you know, giving up, you know, like I said, you know, this defensive line, 5 sacks. That needs to be talked about. Creating 2 turnovers. That needs to be talked about. You know, this defense, you know, when I look at them in their run defense, it's like, okay, we're very good run defense, right? Well, we give up a lot of our, you know, majority of our yards, honestly. Quarterback runs, you know, a lot of quarterback runs. Surprised Taysom Hill didn't pop off. I mean, 5 carries, 33 yards. Surprised he didn't pop off. A lot of quarterback runs, a lot of trick plays, you know, and a lot of, you know, yards off a motion run. You know, our linebackers are somewhat new, and I'm going to speak on our linebackers a little bit more. You know, our linebackers are somewhat new, you know, keep shifting the defense, you know, wide open holes, 77 yards. So it's like we always give up that one play on the ground. And the Eagles defense, to their credit, did not give up that one play on the ground. Now, you know, passing the ball, Taysom Hill, 291 yards, you know, 2 touchdowns. I will say, you know, linebackers cannot cover. Over the middle is getting abused. Jared Cook, Moss, Alex Singleton. They cannot cover. They can definitely stop the run. They cannot cover worth anything. And our cornerbacks are somewhat pedestrian. I mean, you know, they hit or miss. One thing I want this Eagles secondary, this Eagles team to do in general is work on tackling. But I mean, just to talk about this game, like, here's some questions I even wrote down, you know. Let's see. What did Jalen Hurts show me? Showed me that he can lead a team. Jalen Hurts showed me that he can make plays. Jalen Hurts showed me that he has confidence. Jalen Hurts showed me he's not scared of anything. Jalen Hurts showed me that he's mobile and he will not take a sack. He can throw the ball away. All positive signs from Jalen Hurts. Did the offense get better? It did. For the simple fact that we established a run. And if you're going to establish a run, here's my thing. You know, we established the run on the number 1 defense in the NFL, the number 1 rushing defense in the NFL. If you're going to establish a run against them, you should establish a run against everybody else. You know, I mean, I wanted this to be the game plan since week 1. We would have won so many games if this was the game plan since week 1, but I cannot dwell on the past. We're here right now, 4-8-1, third in the NFC East. Establish a run for these last 3 games, and let's see what happens. Here's a good one. Was Wentz the problem? Wow, was Wentz the problem? You know, man, you know, some of these questions I came up with, some of these I pulled off, you know, Twitter, Facebook earlier, and this was the one I just felt like had to be addressed. And and this is one I was thinking of before the game. And after the game, my interest still the same. I cannot say Carson Wentz was the problem. I will say this game doesn't help, you know, a lot of people's going to call him the problem now off one game. But let's be honest. When have we ran the ball 36 times with Carson Wentz? You know, we only threw the ball 30 times with Jalen Hurts. We threw it over 40 against the Seahawks. And we ran less than 20. But against the number 1 rushing defense team, we ran the ball 36 times. So I can't sit up here and say that Wentz was the problem. I say with Jalen Hurts, you know, with the offense getting better, Hurts is more mobile. You can do more quarterback runs, But I mean, a lot of his runs was just him scrambling and getting out the pocket. So at the end of the day, I can't say Wentz was the problem. But one glaring stat though, 0 sacks. And I didn't see a lot of drops. 0 sacks and not a lot of drops. So, this game was not helping out Carson Wentz at all. But at the end of the day, whatever quarterback wins is the quarterback I want for my team. Should Doug Peterson still be calling plays? He did good this game, so I'm not going to be mad. Now, there was some judgment calls, like that quarterback sneak with Jalen Hurts. Didn't love it. Some of our running, I'm glad we established the run, but some of the run calls we had were terrible. But you got us the victory. I'm not going to be mad at you. Is our defensive line top 3? We're number 1. Put that out there. I already addressed is Hurts the future, We went back to the offense that we won the Super Bowl with, that we made the playoffs to. Was it the right move for the Eagles to start Jalen Hurts? It definitely was, and here's why. I'm not going to say it's because Hurts is better than Wentz or this or that. It was just new energy. It was new energy. It created a new spark. We changed up the offense. I don't know if that has to do with, and I wish Doug Peterson would just say it. I don't know if that has to do with Hurts being in the game or just he saw what was going wrong. But it was the right move starting Jalen Hurts, and I cannot wait to see what he does for the rest of the year. Is Slay the next Nnamdi? This is a question that, I put down, my friend, fellow Eagles fan, we was talking about because, Nnamdi was supposed to be the guy. He was supposed to be the guy and got torched, right? And you look at, the games we have with Darius Slay. He went against DK, then after DK, Devontae Adams. He had Mike Thomas this game. Then he has D-Hop. You got Amari Cooper and Terry McLaurin. If he's getting torched these next couple of games, then he was a bust. But honestly, even though he was injured in fourth quarter, what I saw from Darius Slay against the Slant King is dude's going to work out for us. He's definitely going to work out for us. And the last question, is our defense legit? I definitely think, our defense showed that we're legit. I mean, holding them down to 24 points, sacking, Taysom Hill 5 times, 2 turnovers. I think our defense won us the game. Our defense has been the best part of this team all year. They just gave up some big plays that, everybody loves analytics that make the analytics look bad. But if you watch the game, our defense is honestly very good, So I went over all the goals, all the questions I had. Let's go, for the future of the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to keep this short and simple. Can we still make the playoffs? From what I saw with this team today against the New Orleans Saints, we can easily go 3-0 in our next 3 games. The sky's the limit. The sky is the limit, especially with the Giants losing today. Washington won today, but we played them. Dallas won today, but we played them. So, at the end of the day, it's we can still make the playoffs. The future's in our hands. We played 2 division games. We got the Cardinals next week. Cannot wait to see what this team do. But Who Dat Nation, where you at? Who Dat Nation, where you at? Where y'all at? They silent right now. I'm not going to brag too much. But a W over a championship contender, and the way we got the W, there's no fluke going on. You can say, y'all missed field goals. We missed field goals too. At the end of the day, we played better than them. Our game plan, and this is a question I kind of had, can Doug Peterson out-coach Sean Payton? Now, I'm not going to say he's a better coach than Sean Payton, but I will say our game plan was executed better than theirs. Like I said, we gave up 0 sacks. Why? Because we got Jalen Hurts out the pocket. Credit to Jalen Hurts for not staying, in the pocket when it starts collapsing, getting out there and running. But we had an awesome game plan that worked, to our benefit. It worked to our benefit, And just to wrap it up about this game, I feel like I can talk forever, but the point being is that for everybody out there saying Jalen Hurts is so much better than Carson Wentz, just stop that now. Let's stay, and even for Eagles fans, don't start, hating on Wentz because you was loving him last year when we led us to the playoffs. You was loving him when he started 11-2 in 2017. So don't just bash Wentz. Just be grateful for what we got right now, Jalen Hurts. Let's see what he can do next week. But, this was a convincing win. And the way we won against the Saints, it was a dominant win. It showed that our defense is legit. It showed that with a change the game plan, our offense can move the ball. like 246 yards on the ground, even if you take away that 82-yard run from Miles Sanders, which was 4th all-time in Eagles history for the longest run. You take that away, we still double what the Saints give up, on average for a game. So keep establishing a run, and the sky's the limit for this team. What I saw from this team is a team that has new life with a new game plan, and a team that defense finally stepped up to be dominant how they should be. 5 sacks this game against the Saints. We need to get at least 4 against the Cardinals. We need to hold the Cardinals to what we did the Saints this game on the ground. Darius Slay needs to play to be able to guard DeAndre Hopkins. Our other corners have to step up from Nicole Roby-Coleman to, Maddox. Jalen Mills has to do his thing. Wallace has to play better. Defensive line has to play great. And Jalen Hurts just has to show me what he showed me today. But regardless, that's a wrap. I'm going to be talking about this game more throughout the week. But, just after watching this game, I'm so happy. I'm happy that I can finally say my Eagles got a victory, and it feels like forever. I'm happy that the Eagles finally put together a game plan that we still did all year and it worked. I'm happy this defense finally showed how dominant, especially the defensive line, how dominant they are, and just bullied the, Saints offensive line. But the only question is, can our, I know we're top 15 right now in passing yards allowed, but man, y'all gonna have to tighten it up these next couple of games. You're going against 3 teams that, can pass the ball. They got the receivers. But I'll be talking about that later this week. But to everybody out there watching, thank you. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Like my Facebook page, my Instagram, Twitter, SportsW_Chris, SportsW_Chris. My Facebook is Sports Talk with Chris. Make sure you follow those social medias. That's where, I'm ranting about the game live. I'm writing down these questions and goals. I'm taking away, the questions that people mentioned me in or DM me, which I talked about briefly in the video. That's why I engage with all you guys more. Just thank you all for the support. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later this week. Peace.
Fly, Eagles, fly, on the road to victory. Fly, Eagles, fly, score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly, on the road to victory.